It's been such a long time since Boston led the way. It's more than a feeling. It's Mike and Tom to start the day. The heart of Massachusetts should be freedom, justice, and liberty. Freedom led pilgrims to Plymouth Bay. Salem trials had justice too late. The sons of liberty spilled the tea, and then the redcoats spilled their blood. The shot heard around the world rang out from the Bay State. Boston strong and ready to defend. It's where revolution started and ends. It's been such a long time since Boston led the way. It's more than a feeling. It's Mike and Tom to start the day. Quincy Market, Freedom Trail, Charles River, Boston Harbor, Bunker Hill, Griffin Wharf, Fenway Park, North Charge. It's been such a long time since Boston led the way. It's more than a feeling. It's Mike and Tom to start the day.
Boom.
What happened here? There we
Oh,
go.
no, your new toy.
New toy. I did. I hit it. That's what it was. Oops. Good morning, people.
All right. What a show we got today, man.
Woo.
Tommy's tour buses are going to be starting at the end of the trial for all the people that come from to watch the trial. Just meet Tom in front of the courthouse steps, and he'll take you for the ride.
I'll have a red umbrella. You can't miss me. We'll be walking around.
You get a free breakfast. And you get a not knocking you, dude. We were just talking about this morning to kind of came up as an idea.
I like the duck boat idea. We got to find something. Maybe magic bus or something, you know?
Anything, dude. I'm telling you, Tom, were you on the mic telling people where to, like, this is where I was almost hit by a pickup truck. This is where almost arrested me.
I know, huh?
Karen gets dropped off every day. Walk this way. You can see there's still this pink somewhere around here somewhere. You'd make a killing, dude. You see all the buses that went by up on the Capitol, man. They're fucking the duck buses. Duck boats are big, but no, that's just for your retirement. You know, when you're slowing things down, you just get on the tour buses and
jump on. Let's go.
I'm gonna tell you, a guy that jumps in his car at 7 o'clock at night and drives straight through and pisses in a bottle. Yeah, dude, props up. Props.
He drove from Ohio to here straight through and missed Karen by 2 minutes, but he watched her on us. He watched us to see her coming in.
Yeah.
Listen, we had some nice visitors yesterday. Really nice people came to visit Karen.
Yeah. Yeah, you did.
So nice.
And before I cut you off here, educated about the case. Like
they were
they were asking all the right questions. I mean, they just missed Karen. Miss Karen. Didn't they met Nathan, right? Nathan they got, right?
They talked to Nathan for about 5 minutes, and they after Nathan left,
right?
They said he's just as real in person as he seems like he is on YouTube. He's the same person. They couldn't believe it, but it was deeper to them, you know. I always try and ask them, what's different, and like, what can you see that I'm recording? What can I do different from where you're at? And they're like, nothing. So, well, we're doing something right.
I feel like you're like a video that was posted from a concert or whatever that someone just took that was awesome, you know, because you get like feet, hips, faces, trees, cars. Like you got the school bus yesterday, you know, pulled over. Who does that? I mean, I'm not going to go any further than that, but who does like that? Was just kind of cool of like, you know, trying to show support. There's no ban, there's no buffer zone.
Nope.
But still,
there's nothing right now. It was not in place.
Right. So what the fuck are they doing?
I don't know.
And we don't have to get into it. I understand. But a big day yesterday. We had Karen's court case, and then Turtle Boy crushed it yesterday.
That was a little. Wow, that was a close one. They want him so bad, dude, man. It's so obvious. They after him.
I got to say one thing before we get people. Jody 617, shut the fuck up.
Jill Daniels, yeah. Good
Jody,
morning.
Jody 617, shut the fuck up. You gotta see them, you gotta watch him, man. This girl goes into his chat, is telling him, Turtle Boy, we love you, but you need to, quiet down. He's like, stop. Fucking block her. Jody 617, you know what I'm a grown up. And he goes off on it. I put it on X this morning. I was fucking dying because you know what? He's a grown-ass man. He gets it. Trust me. And Meredith was probably all over him. Let's just call it how it is, all right? And he wasn't too happy with himself anyways. Probably like when he woke up like, fuck,
Yeah.
It just happens. It just happens. There's no malice, but he's sick of hearing about it. He's just like, enough with the I love yous and, be careful, we love you, and cuddle. The guy's an alpha. He's an A fucking type A personality. He doesn't need that. Doesn't need that shit. Good.
Uh-oh. Whoa. How do we know this? Let's check channel. We won't check channel 5 because they don't have much of anything.
Wouldn't that be something, Korea? Yep. It's Christina Rex just 2 minutes ago.
Locked
Let it on there, brother. Yep.
Proctor's officially fired.
Michael Proctor has officially been terminated from the Mass State Police.
You heard it here, people.
Boom. Do you want to find Christina Rex's stuff?
It's
up to you, man. But he's gone, dude. It's official. I don't have I want to see the dates when it was actually happening. I'm just going to get up to a couple of people that I love. Hold on. Listen, Christina Rex. Michael Proctor. Our mission is to deliver the highest level of police service with public trust in our professional. Colonel Noble. So Colonel Noble made the final decision.
You're fired.
Peace out.
You're fired. 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 You're fired.
Don't get dinged.
You're fired.
Mike.
Yeah.
He's fired.
Hey.
It only took him how long? How long to come up with this determination? Good job, Colonel Noble.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
When's Enrique's coming out? Let's find out about him next.
Hey, let me just check it off the box. We get a whole list of people and things we need to get done here. That's a big one, guys. Now, from the rulings, when he takes the stand, they cannot bring up his criminal past or any kind of past. Now, there is no criminal charge. He just was terminated. So there's kind of a grayish area there, right? Oh, thank God. Now, what kind of effect is it going to have on pending litigation cases with the doctor?
What about Karen Reed?
Walsh,
the
Karen
whole
Reed.
thing. Yep. Keep going.
I get 3 of them off the top of my head: Reed, Walsh, and Tarek, the doctor from Dover.
Yep.
Again, we've been saying this for a long time on the Twitter tweets. I've been saying it for a long time. I know Dick. Shout out to Dixie if you knew ahead of time.
Yeah.
Good for you, bro. You posted it last Friday, whatever it was. Congratulations, but it's official.
It is
Thank
you.
Thank you, chat, for letting us know that.
You guys are Mike. We have the best chat.
We do.
Really.
If anybody in the chat has a question that you want to ask Tom, go right ahead. We'll answer it for you.
Yeah. Ask us anything. How about that? Want to do an ask us anything? We'll do an ask us anything today. Here we go.
We've never done that before. We've never asked the chat if they have any questions about who we are, what we do, what was it like yesterday. We'll answer anything.
There you go.
Except for there is a fine line.
Yeah. I don't think they'll get that deep. Not that they can.
So I guess Mike's opening up a landscaping business. I'll have him cut my lawn this week. You see, I don't know. What do you think, Tom?
I don't know, man.
Here's the other thing.
That would be witness intimidation. They would try and say somehow, some way, Aiden paid for a box of tissues, financed it, strategized the whole purchase of it, and then
it went
the Bruins game was
actually. It went through the town of Holden to get processed, so we know it was Turtle Boy.
Yeah, I know, huh? It traveled through there to his destination. He shipped it. Man, they're finding anything, Mike, and it's not like they're talking about stuff that happened years ago.
Just so you know, Brian LTL had the Canton Select Board meeting on, and the wiretapping issue was asked.
Really?
Yes,
And because it's out in the open, it's not covert.
and it wasn't someone just telling everybody to run to Canton PD and file a
No,
report. That
it
was
wasn't.
false. It was false, dude. I don't want to harp on it because he doesn't want to talk about it, but I just think he should know these things. You know what I mean? And it's just funny that it's what a week so
Yeah.
far. Like what we have Karen Reed documentary. We had a trial yesterday. We had Aiden's trial. Proctor getting fired this morning.
Now we
It's
go
hard.
Thursday.
And then hold on, we still have the habeas going through the First Circuit for
That's
a
still in
decision,
process. Yep.
and they're trying to push the April 1st date back. So this, I mean, people, get your fucking popcorn ready, man. Forget about the fucking Final Four.
Man.
We got
This is everything all wrapped up in one. The Bruins game was awesome. I took my mod Mark. He's in the chat now. And we had an absolutely fabulous time. We had a lot of fun. What happened to the Canton police audit? You know, it's a really good question. I've been asking about that because I heard rumblings that the Canton police audit was canceled, disbanded.
Yeah, it's disbanded. What does that actually? Hey, Mark, what does that actually mean? Can you Google that word? What's the actual definition of disbanded? Because it's word salad. You know what I mean? I got to make sure that we get this right. I guess I can do it. I have a phone in front of me, but this is great. I feel so good. I feel good right now, man.
Yeah, it's a good day.
I feel good day that finally justice is being served, and they're not telling us what he was fired for.
Well, there's no right.
Right? Because is it the text messages? Is it the way the shoddy investigation went? Because Tom, I think I was a little off on that expert with the cell phones. He actually does how you break down an investigation as well.
Oh,
crime scene.
Yeah, we want to talk about that guy. Yeah,
right.
I know who. Yeah. His resume is quite extensive, we'll say.
Yeah, this guy does everything.
He's amazing, this dude.
He fucking wrote the programs, the methodology behind some of the ways to do a crime scene. So if he comes on the stand and starts saying, well, let's start with the Canton PD and just walks his way up to the CERT team. And, another thing I learned on the about the CERT team, they are evidence collectors, not just missing people. They do, but they're not specifically for crime scene investigation, but they will find evidence as part of their role, if you will. So yeah.
Okay, next one. Do I think Jervis has spoken to the feds?
Ooh,
that's a possibility. That's a very strong possibility. And if you were doing a federal investigation, would you not want to talk to the jurors that were free and clear? That, great way to get info. Who was the strong guy in there? Who said what? Right? Who kind of ran the show?
Because we all scratch our heads and go, how the fuck did they come up with a mistrial? How did they not go 1 through 3 acquit? Like, it was beyond me. But anyways.
Yeah. I like that font. It looks good on you.
Just to make my everybody's up and awake this morning, man. Everybody's up.
Can he work as a police officer elsewhere? I don't think so, because that has to go through that now goes to the post commission, doesn't it? I'm sure he's gonna appeal it.
Actually, Tommy, great segue. If you look up the post commission, guys, 2 people were added yesterday or 2 days ago. Buchanan and I want to say Tully. All right, around the post. I believe it's Tully. I don't want to miss.
That's probably from the investigations that they did on themselves when they remember it was they ended up banging themselves a couple sick days. Cost them deep.
Anybody in the chat want to look that up? Go ahead and just let us know, because I don't want to get up. Yeah, Sean the glare. The Sean the Gulf must be psychic. Well, it did come true, but he was way ahead of us. I'm not gonna lie, he was way ahead of us. I mean,
we knew, Mike. You can't be on a stand and have that type of stuff come out and still expect to do what you do. No way.
Well, what about the question you asked David Buchanan yesterday? I mean, Bianic from Channel 5 yesterday.
Oh, that guy?
Channel 5. Hey, how'd the Courtney Proctor interview go? He's like, well, it came out last night. And you're like, yeah. He goes, will there be a part 2? And he's like, I don't know.
And he said, it's not planned at the moment.
He's probably calling her right now.
Oh.
The glare. I'm so fucking happy right now. I'm so happy that piece of
Proctor
shit.
is officially terminated from Massachusetts State Police today, right now.
Yes.
They must have dropped that at 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock this morning.
I
Does he
think
still
Tom
work
Hat-
with Brian as a PI? You know, that's a great question. I don't know if he
Yeah.
can have a PI. Actually, I think he can have a PI license because the PI license goes through the district attorney's
It
office.
does.
So
if you're a PI and you want to carry a badge and a gun of a PI, you got to get. They issue them. So unless you go to another county like Suffolk or whatever you might have, you might see that. Hey, what's up, North Carolina?
Yeah.
What are your thoughts? Love to hear them. Is this not gross misconduct at all? If he's around, yeah, let's jump on. Broken Bacon's in the chat. What's up? Poopa Proctor.
Nice.
Yeah.
fired, officially
Yes.
terminated. It is
Yep,
official.
Done. He is done.
Let's watch a little bit of that. You guys want to watch some of that?
Essie's on fire. Boom.
Oh, of
Fire.
course he is.
Gone. I love it. Can't read updates. Gone. Oh God. I love it.
Where was it? First Circuit Appeal, Fox.
Yeah. Did I shoot it to you? I thought I shot it to you, but whatever.
Yeah. I think I opened another window on top of it and it went away. So official, fired. Twitter's gonna blow up, dude.
Oh, it's already blown up. It's already blown up. Part 3 of Karen's docu-series came out last night. Very good. I'm on this episode 4. I thought it's a 3-night special, but I don't know how many episodes there are. So I'm on just about to start 4 before I came up here. So,
I'm starting mine today. I'm starting the whole thing. I'm gonna binge it.
Yeah, you can't. It's awesome, bro.
Awesome. I heard good stuff, man. I heard good stuff about it so far.
I don't want to ruin it for you, but really, the only thing the other John O'Keefe's family has is what Karen fucking was looking at or doing, right? You know, and she talks about when she was at the house at One Meadows and Paul got a phone call and went into the room and took it and then came back and the whole fucking attitude changed, you know? And, you know, Peggy said to her, why'd you leave? Why'd you leave him there?
Oh my, yeah.
Oh my God. Like, please, Christina.
There it is.
Make that your new profile pic, motherfucker. Oh God, Lana, thank you for that one. Yes. It's all over Twits, yes.
Let me check the Mass State Police website. Hold on, let me check that.
Someone check Post yet? The Post Commission? Because I'm telling you, when I watched that documentary about the girl in the Cape in Providence, I mean the girl in the dunes.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, Coco. That she retired because she got on the Post Commission because her testimony was not valuable anymore. She was compromised. So I guess in this county though, we want you on the Post Commission because that really tells us you're a team player guy. We love it. We want you on our team because you can get compromised and keep doing your job.
Right.
Fucking
yeah. There's nothing here.
On what? Post?
No, on the Mass State Police.
Oh yeah. Well, Colonel Noble, thank you for showing up and not playing basketball in Quincy and
Mike, they brought him in as a hatchet man. That's it. He's here because he's got no ties. He can cut Proctor and not worry about it. No repercussions for him. It's not him. It's not me. It's him.
I hope he's making more than Lieutenant Gallagher did. He better be making $500,000. Well. Coco, thanks for the $5.
Let me check. I'm trying to get you guys some more info, and it's not out there.
What are you trying to find, bro?
The actual press release.
Oh. Okay. Off to the races we go. We got got a data dump happening too today, Tommy.
Of what?
All right.
Say? Any idea?
Okay.
Nothing there. Nothing there. Nothing there. Trying here,
motion
guys. Trying here.
from the 17th, Commonwealth motion for buffer zone and ordered prohibiting signs and clothing in favor of either party or law enforcement is not, it's in process. So 318 is today. Say 318.
319.
All right, so this is from yesterday. Okay. 319. All right. This just some stuff that dropped to prospective windows. I can't read that. Fuck. A conference scheduled for 319 at 9 o'clock has been rescheduled. Huh.
What's going on over there? What they playing the shell game over there again?
I don't know. Someone's gonna help Didi or Glamour, please help me out with this.
Disbanded means you lost your bass player.
We're breaking up the band. Yeah, okay. People send me this stuff. I just don't know what it means. You guys gonna help me out? Can the chat help me out? Like, are they rescheduled tomorrow? So today is the 19th. Okay, so tomorrow is the actual. So today was supposed to be the regular day. The 20th is when it's going to be for the hearing. Okay, that's what that was with. But there's something that just came out today for the 19th that I can't see because someone cut it off. Maybe it's nothing. I don't know.
I absolutely agree with that, without a doubt. This is the North Carolina retired state police trooper. My opinion was that he was fired for gross misconduct and conduct unbecoming state trooper. Maybe a couple other things, but I think that's the gist of it.
That's in the paragraphs, of course, somewhere along the line. But we want to know if it's for the misogynist texting with his friends.
Oh my goodness.
Oh man, yeah. I live it, dude. I live it. That's why I had my blood pressure, man. I'm telling you, it was no joke. It was no joke. It was no joke. My blood pressure was bad. Like, 180 over 100 sometimes. And it's not the way you want to live your life. And even though I vacation, I don't work, but I can't stop thinking about John and Karen in this case. And I live in Canton. So you put that all together, you get the perfect storm in my body going on.
And not just that, but personal to you, because they pulled the same stuff on you and put you in a silver bracelets for calling and saying people are going too fast and someone's going to get hurt.
That's correct. They got me. So I know how the Canton police work. If they want to shut you up, they don't come to your house and say, hey, we understand there's people speeding. We're going to put some more police cars. No, they fucking lock you up.
Stop calling. We don't care.
Yeah.
You're making time for us. We don't need it.
So then I go to court and I'm like, this is a joke. The judge is going to see right through this. Nope. Probation, 18 months probation, dude.
For calling and saying people are speeding on my road.
Right. Can you? They didn't like me, dude. They still don't like me because of what we're doing now.
Speeding and murder, okay.
And driving drunk.
Surveillance camera, no problem.
Driving drunk, speeding,
it's okay.
Murder,
no problem.
Wiretapping,
allowed.
Be my guest.
No, there are no rules in Canton, Mike.
If you're part of the crew. No,
you can actually break into someone's business and steal steak tips for months on end on camera, confronted, and then go get more and then give them to the guy that confronted you. Let's go get steaks. Okay, let's go. Give me a big one.
Leave your car in your truck and during a police meeting. No problem. Yep.
So Nan, I'm not sure Nan knows that one of the police officers left his dog in the car and the dog died in the back of the station.
They covered it up.
They covered that up. They didn't do nothing about that. I know Nan was probably around when all the kids broke into the house and destroyed the house that was under construction. It cost $100,000, and they killed a rabbit, and they're kicking the rabbit around like a football. They caught the rabbit outside, or it was a wild rabbit. They killed it.
Hey, that's still, from what I know, that's still ongoing. They have an outside investigation going on. Now, an outside investigation might be a bunch of retired police.
But that's allowed. We're just giving Nan the background. She knows what's allowed, what's not allowed.
Oh, Nan's asking the question. I apologize.
No, Nan's new here. She doesn't know some of the stuff, the back end that we know.
And you, God forbid, if you buy a rubber duck, they're gonna track it back to your house and arrest you for having your tub.
So how much does this case affect and take all of my lives? It
Look at us. We've aged 4 years in 2 years. No shit. Like I never had these before. My blood pressure. I'm on blood pressure medicine for the first time in my life ever. And you know that's just beyond me because I'm a pretty healthy dude. You know what I mean? I don't drink. I don't smoke. I don't do it. So it's this fucking case, which I fucking live and love. You know, and oh, I wanted to let you know someone stole my fucking Susan Harrington sign out of my yard.
No.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, dude, we gotta fix that.
I got more coming.
Dude, I got fire line tied to the friggin' sign. They'll run. They won't leave the yard. I promise.
I've already thought of that stuff.
We'll do this. I got you. You know, Mike. You can take fire line and string it across the yard so no one will see it. So if they run up to the sign.
Yeah, right. They had to come in at least 6 feet into my yard and grab it. You know what I mean? Like seriously, right? And then right down the street from me are 2 signs for John Conley. Like I don't give a shit, right? But it happened on St.
Somebody
Patty's
does.
Day. So I know the Canton Club was packed down the street from me. And they're all driving home like, fucking grab this motherfucker. Yeah.
But no, I've had to take a step back a couple times. I've had to. I mean, there's some of the stuff's really, really affected me, and that's why I have my mods. They know when to tell me to step back, and they actually, when I'm being difficult, they don't manhandle me, but they make sure the ship's going in the right direction most of the time. So yeah, it's a lot. It does take a lot.
Yeah, coming on here and talking about it, Tom, has been a great outlet for me. Be honest with you. Like talk, yeah. So this is like good therapy for myself, even though I have regular therapy, but this is in itself, talking about this every morning is a good way to start my day. Whether it's good news or bad news, it's just good to get it off my chest.
Yeah. Yep.
You know what I mean? I get butterflies in my stomach before he hits that live button. Like, all right,
let's do this another day.
Yeah.
Mike, I was going, how long have we been doing this? How long do you think it's been?
You've been doing it a lot longer than I have. So I've been probably doing it, what, 8, 9 months? I started the summertime. We met like in July, and I was going away on vacation. It was the month of August. I was doing it. Then I went away for vacation in September for a little while. So, and it's been nonstop since September. And then Tom and I decided to go 5 days a week, starting January 1st.
That was tough.
So January 1st, we've been doing 5 days a week.
Yeah, it's already March. Every day.
Nonstop. We haven't missed a day.
Glenn Lake, you're the man. Thank you for another membership. And Glenn's been here the whole time too.
Oh, defense list is out. This is a good day.
Here it comes. Here comes all the stuff. Here comes open the floodgates, Mikey. Here it comes. Proctor, did he talk to the feds? I don't know. Well, I don't think they needed him, to be honest. I don't think they needed anyone in Canton. That whole thing with I think Higgins is just trying to save his own butt. That's it, because he knows they weren't looking out for him.
First one that goes in gets the best deal.
Yeah,
you're right. But at the state level, Proctor's head is full of knowledge. That's all I'm going to say. More than Higgins, because you got to sweat a couple of people. All right.
Yeah. You have to, right?
If you don't have to sweat that many people.
Right. You got to verify your data through these people. So when you're sweating them, you know what they're telling you is true.
So if Higgins is talking and he says, well, obviously Proctor was involved, but now they have to go get him, sweat him. But if they get him now and sweat him, it's a whole different game. It's a little bit easier. So
I don't think Proctor can get a permit to carry now.
I have no idea. I think he can.
I don't think he can.
Which is very slim. Okay.
Ted Daniels reporting he's been fired. He is fired. It's official. Yes, he has fired people.
The witness list is out. Hey, North Carolina cop wants a link if you want to send them and have them on. It's up to you, buddy. I don't care either way.
Who wants a link?
Yeah, North Carolina State Police.
Okay.
If the mods want to send them one, go ahead.
I'm just going through send them a link. I'm just trying to go through the things to make sure I'm answering all the questions.
Well, yeah, I love the questions, guys. His Kathy Beans has got a good one.
I'm not even down there yet.
Oh wow!
Chat's
All right.
ranking. Did he did this to himself? Did he involve himself? That's right. Yep.
He's a big. Yep.
And again, you know right from wrong. You know at your house right now right from wrong. I know right from wrong. He's no different than us like that. He knows right from wrong. Justice.
All right. So Ashley Oaks, they said the trial would found Proctor guilty of unsatisfactory performance and alcoholic beverage charges.
Ooh.
Kevin Albert.
Ouch.
Boop, 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 boop.
Wow, dude. They really hit him on that?
Man, yep. It's one of our super chat, one of our chatters.
This is interesting. Yeah, see, right on the money. I think Fanning is the biggest, dirtiest. He's the center of this whole spoke. He's
Yep.
he's the deviant here, that he's getting all these other people to do stuff for him in his little circle of friggin' badness.
What up, Fanning? So if anybody checked the post yet, because the post commission, because they added it to it yesterday, and I'm sure obviously Proctor will be on there if he's not already on there. But I know 2 troopers from Norfolk County were out of there.
A PI license is issued by the Mass State Police, not the DA's office. I was under the impression that it had to go through the district attorney's office.
Through the Mass State Police in that building.
DA office. Through that, yeah.
Right. Yeah. And maybe out of Framingham, but that's a different district. So I don't know. That's a good question. Thanks, Mass Dad. Appreciate it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Thanks for people sharing the information too. That the
the chat is the best guy. Really.
Yeah, we've never done this before. We should do this more.
Yeah.
At least I don't remember doing it.
Yeah.
Ty. So retired Tom sending. Okay. Oh, he's getting it. Okay.
I'm still trying to get to the bottom of the chat. I'm not even there yet.
All right, take your time, brother. We got all day.
Media writers are trying to hide it. Okay.
Our media is bashing Reed and trying to hide what he did was understandable and not okay. Boo, wasn't a woman. You need to check yourself, because man, no way embarrassed me with the whole public. Nope, sorry, I'm out. I kind of got it. I kind of did. I mean, so all right. That was a very fast decision to terminate. What? No, there was 3 other dates.
It's a week. It's been a week.
Nah, no, there was 2 other court dates. I mean, 2 other hearings before the
prior
final.
to this.
Yes.
Right when the trial ended is when that Proctor investigation opened. Is the day that can't read trial ended with the mistrial.
Ashley, thanks for the $5. Yeah, she announced the skipping of dates yesterday in court right at the end of the day. I thought it was gonna be a full day yesterday, by the way, too.
That kind of blows my mind. Karen has to have these people all fly in from all over, right? And they have a freaking ticket that's set. They fly in, fly out. And Bev says, "Oh, we're gonna cut it half a day and we'll do it Thursday." Mike, what are the odds it doesn't go past 10 o'clock on Thursday?
Excuse me.
Bless you.
What doesn't, Tommy?
Thursdays, I bet Thursday's court is only like 2 hours long. Short enough where they could have done it yesterday and finished it all up. No, it just cost her more money.
Nan just texted me and said he can't be a PI. Okay.
He's done. Okay.
Yeah.
So
So
thank you for being a member.
I don't want him with a gun. I don't want him in my town with a gun. Did you see his way? His way his wife was and his sister were? They're like, do you understand what he did? Did you read what he did?
Yeah.
And how he bought, just like he cost the rightful justice of a murdered cop because he didn't want to do it. He didn't want to fucking 34 Fairview Lane, dude. The fuck.
Coco, thank you. Rico, thank you. My God, you guys are awesome. Try to catch up here. Yeah, it's best news of the day. We haven't even touched the witness list yet.
Yeah, I know, man. What a day. All right, time to open the windows. Let's get some fresh air.
Yeah.
Let's start to do some spring cleaning in the fucking courthouse.
Noble salary, almost $250,000, $250,000. All right.
Dad. So Lieutenant Gallagher made $100,000 more than he did. What the fuck?
I don't have any information, Laurie, about that. I'm sorry. I know that
No,
The
they
judge said we're coming back Thursday.
because they want time for the First Circuit to rule.
Oh, okay. So they're
That's
just trying
why.
to, right. All right. I get you.
So it's trying to give the federal as much time as they can, and they're in hurry up offense right now to try to get it to see. Because what if they come back with a positive double jeopardy? You can't go on one and three, and they can only go for the manslaughter charges. That
So
changes everything.
you can't ask Mr. or Mrs. Proctor anything because they have a sign on their lawn that says, "Don't come up to my house. Leave us alone." Right. But if they go out in public, like say to the supermarket, can you ask them a question legally?
If you're in public, yes. If you're on the public sidewalk and you're walking in a beach and you see them, you walk right up next to them and say, "How does it feel to have so and so?" Or "How you feeling?"
Yeah.
Absolutely. You just can't go knock on their door and say, "How you doing today?" Put a microphone in their fucking face and say, "No, no, no." So no. Oh, don't forget
Consumption. They're getting them on the alcoholic beverages too, Mike.
But here's the thing: the Proctor's sister asked for her to unalive herself, or she
Yeah.
wished. She's a school teacher.
Because that fixes all their problems. They can't
Right.
go after. Now, if Proctor's fired, you think Karen Reed can go after Proctor civilly for this?
That's out of my league. I would think so. If I was fucking Paul O'Keefe right now, I'd be screaming from the fucking rafters. You mean to tell me the lead investigator in my brother's murder case is fired?
Yeah.
Right? Come
You're
on,
fired.
guys.
I can't catch up to the comments. You guys, I can't, Mike, this is crazy. Oh my God. Wow.
Proctor's wife is on the defense witness list. Boom.
No. No. No.
Yes. Yes.
Is she really?
So all I want Jackson to do is just take that interview from Channel 5 and take it and break it apart, man. And we want all the unclipped pieces on the floor. We want all the notes. We want everything. Yeah. Thanks, man. I'm having a good day today, guys. I feel good today. I feel good today. The chat, you guys are awesome. We got to do this more often. These guys are great. These guys ask some awesome questions. Oh, yeah. There were many other cases, Sharon, that he was involved with. Not just him, but it's collateral. So his bosses signed his reports, i.e., Tully, i.e., Buchanan. Mike's going to put it in, and they got to go up the line, right? And they sign off on them, right?
That's right. They have to. Framingham, Massachusetts State Police announced Wednesday that Michael Proctor, the controversial trooper who served as lead investigator in the Karen Reed murder case, has been fired. Colonel Jeffrey Noble accepted the MSP trial board's recommendation to terminate Proctor after the board found him guilty of unsatisfactory performance and inappropriate consumption of alcoholic beverages. My decision to terminate Mr. Proctor follows a thorough, fair, and impartial process. I have weighed the nature of the offenses, their impact on our investigative integrity, and the importance of safeguarding the reputations of our dedicated women and men in the state police, Noble said in a statement. This decision reflects our unwavering commitment to upholding our values, enhancing public trust, and ensuring the highest standards of service and accountability. Boom.
All right.
He ain't playing.
Side note, the guy that wanted to have oral sex, Kent, is he next? Is that unsatisfactory standards for state police? In my opinion, yes.
I'll tell you something though, Mike. If you look at Colonel Noble, he's got a zero tolerance on alcohol. Remember the troopers that graduated like 2 weeks later, they get caught drunk driving. No, you're fired right away. Like instant. Like don't even come into work. We'll come to you. Like
that's right.
He's got it seems like he's got a really small threshold for the alcohol when that's a factor in anything.
Right. Rightfully so.
You know what I mean?
Tom, I'm just gonna say one real thing is that's Mike lives in Canton, so Michael Proctor is the first resident to get arrested for drunk driving with alcohol in his car ever in the town of Canton. And he was fired by his boss. Kevin Albert should be gone as well then. If that's the way.
That's the guy. Wait a minute. Is that the guy that was drinking and he got so hammered he lost his gun and his badge? Like,
yes.
just
So
forgot about it.
This is going to set the precedence for drinking while you're on the job on a cruiser. Well, that should fall in line with your local town government and be also executed the same way, because they were in it together. They were drinking together, and Kevin Albert went one step farther and lost his gun and badge. Are you fucking kidding me, Helena Rafferty? Stop it. And you want a new contract? Stop it. Stop it.
Mike, she's gonna get her own personal shooting range too, bud.
Stop it, Tom.
She gets her own range, bud.
I'm having a
that's
good
cool.
Day. I'm having a good day, and you're bringing me down with this bullshit. Okay.
What's the insurance rate going to be in the town of Canton with that facility?
Thank you, Colonel Noble. Everybody give Colonel Noble a big shout out today. And let's go, Enrique. We need Enrique, man.
We do.
Let's go.
All right. I'm trying to find the email for the retired North Carolina trooper, and I can't find it in my email. Can you send me an email? cputom@gmail.
Who are you talking to?
The trooper. The retired trooper.
Morrissey's on the defense list. Oh,
defense list, dude. I'm looking for it.
Oh, it's out there. I don't know who's. Yeah, I'm not on Twitter. I can't be bouncing around. Stop it, Blair. Thank you, brother. I'm fired up this morning, man. Fired up, man. Good workout. Ready to go.
Got it.
You know.
Got it.
Got what? The defense list? Yeah. Fucking. Thanks, Dog Bomb. Tom's pulling it up right now. Proctor's gone.
Proctor fired. Okay.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Here we go. Brian Albert. Caitlin. Yep. Right. Chris Albert.
Kevin Albert. Oh.
You know, it's kind of funny, Mike. He looks like one of them dudes that was walking around in the front of the lawn looking for stuff. I'm just saying.
I
Tom, I know. Who's Michael Wagner?
I don't know. Someone Google his ass.
Cheryl Waugh. Paul Makowski, right?
Yeah.
Leslie Bernstein. These people from the I want to talk about that trip he took, by the way.
Ruba's out.
But it isn't. I'll tell you about it later. There's our boy. Our boy's here.
Of course.
Trooper Evan Brent. All right, Yuri.
Yeah.
Laurie.
Zachary Clark. He was on there last year.
Currens.
The Currens. 3 of them. Wow. Richard Denudio. Yep. Officer Kelly Deaver. Officer Kelly Deaver is the one that went to Boston PD.
She may have worked at Canton for a short little stint, maybe, huh?
Yep. Stephanie Devlin.
Wonder why she left.
The Chico's on the list. This list is beautiful.
Jutris, it's our guy. Yeah. What CD you talking about? I ain't never seen that in my life.
Hartman Jr., Haggerty, Chico.
These are the people that were at the bar, I think, drinking that night, right?
They say Trooper. Okay, the Trooper to Chico. Okay, Matt Kelly. I don't know, dude, who those Matt Kelly. Terry Kim. I don't know.
Lank.
Brian.
Lucky.
Yep.
Heather.
Yep.
Allie.
Yep.
Jen. Matt.
Yep. Matt. Lance Mello. No. Nelson. Steve Nelson. How do we know that name? I don't know.
Yeah, we do.
How do we know that? Oh, he's the
DA office, no?
Oh, yeah, he's the witness advocate.
DA's office. Yep.
Yeah.
Kathleen Prince. There's our girl, Lizzie.
Oh my God, Kerry Roberts again. Wendell robbery.
Oh, I hope they drop the hammer on Kerry this time. Yeah. Oh, they can get so much out of her.
Wendell's a firefighter. Stephen Ridge. Was he Brian's partner in Boston? Ooh.
That may be the guy he knocked out.
No, he worked with them though. I know he worked with the Ridge. He knocked out the Spanish guy.
No, I don't know.
It's not him. You can't find him.
No.
I know he worked with the Ridge on the Fugitive Force.
All right. Roberto Hernandez.
That's his isn't that his partner?
Maybe that's the guy right there.
Him and Ridge, I'm telling you, worked with Brian on the Boston PD on the Fugitive Squad.
And he got knocked out for just
and he fucked his girlfriend.
Yeah. He's had sex with just on purpose to say, hey, there you go. How you like me now?
The Lapolito brothers.
Yep. There's our boy, Tale.
Yeah. I can't believe the LT still in front of his name, but go ahead.
Oof.
Courtney.
Just
I can't tell. Timex Morris is in the house.
Yeah.
Demoulas. Jean Demoulas. Don't know. Souza.
Ashley Bell.
Ashley Bell. Oh, she had the sleeve, right? The doctor? No, they didn't have doctor in front of her, wouldn't they?
I don't know.
I think that's the one that had the sleeve, a full sleeve. Is Kelleher on here? I would think so. These aren't in alphabetical order, which is throwing me off.
I know. Norfolk County District Attorney Michael Morrissey.
Holy Thomas Beatty. Holy shit.
Aaron
Beatty. Martini. Okay.
Is our buddy.
John O'Keefe Sr.
And John Fanning.
Holy fuck. This is going to be
explosive. There's our Kelleher.
Yep.
There's Helena.
Why isn't it Deputy Chief Kelleher? They say they have it for like Sergeant Paul and all this other stuff.
Yeah.
They don't have,
it should be Chief of Police Helena Rafferty.
Yeah.
This Scoribello.
Yeah, Scoribello. Yep.
Trooper.
Yeah.
Paul again. This is gonna be fun. Oh, we're gonna have fun with him.
And
that's it, sir. 79 witnesses.
As opposed to 6 last time.
Yeah.
Oh my!
The hits keep coming.
Tom, he just emailed you. Tom just
got it. Reply. Paste. Send. It's in the mail, buddy. Boom. I got something else that just got sent to me, Mike. I think we should read it.
No nudes.
You ready?
Yeah. Yeah, Barrows was on there. Yeah.
You're gonna like this one, my friend. All right, guys. Trooper Proctor. Here we go. Trooper Proctor, through his actions on various dates between January 29th, 2022, that would be, and August 17th, 2022, did fail to conform to the work standards established for the member's rank, title, or position. Oof, that's his performance. And or did fail to take appropriate action on the occasion of a crime, disorder, or other condition deserving state police attention. This occurred when Trooper Proctor, while assigned as lead investigator in a homicide investigation, through his unprofessional and inappropriate conduct, created an image that he was biased in his dealings with a homicide suspect. And or just lost myself. And or brought otherwise himself and the Massachusetts State Police into disrepute. This action is in direct violation of Article Class A violation. Trooper Proctor, on July 19th, did consume alcohol while on duty and not in the performance of duty and while acting under specific orders from a supervisory member or proper authority. Ooh. This occurred when Trooper Proctor consumed alcoholic beverages while eating dinner on duty and then proceeded to operate his department-issued cruiser. This action is a direct violation to Class B. Trooper Michael Proctor, ID 3863, as a result of his action, shall be terminated, dishonorably discharged.
Dishonorably.
Whoa.
Oh.
So if $38.63 is the amount that you're going to donate today, please do it with a
That's
smile.
That's his badge.
$38.63. $38, $386.30, $3,863. If you're happy that this has happened, give money to Karen Reed's defense fund because the judge just screwed her by extending the date another day. They had plans to be at their house with their families that day, Mike. Nope.
Wait, say that again, Tom. Who had plans? What?
Let's see, like all the people that I did send it. Oh, he's in. Hold on. Hey, good morning, sir.
Good morning. Good morning.
You're breaking up, buddy.
Breaking up
There you
again.
go. There you go.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah. What do you think
I got
about the news?
It is a enormous blow to the prosecution. This is the lead investigator, and he gets fired. It does not look good for the prosecution, in my opinion. Now, someone was asking about whether he'll get his retirement. If that happened here, no. If you're fired, you do not get your retirement. What happens is you can appeal your firing to the training and standards division, and they can say, yes, we'll give you your job back, or no. But in this particular case, I don't see how he would ever win that appeal. He cannot work in law enforcement. His law certification is suspended the day he was fired, and you got a lead investigator fired in a high-profile case. I mean, it doesn't get any worse than that. Any worse.
So do you think this was planned? They think they did this to just, rip the Band-Aid off and get it over with?
If it happened here, they would probably dismiss the case, to be honest with you. I mean, you got a leading trooper who's fired. And if they do go with the case, the defense can say, where are you employed? Were you employed, as a state trooper? Yes. I mean, they can question him about him being fired on the stand. So it is not a good look. It is not a good look. I'm telling you, it will not turn out well.
Did the judge pass a motion that they're not allowed to talk about like your past?
No, criminal law.
Well,
that was criminal. That was criminal.
Well, they may not be able to talk about the internal investigation, but I would assume that they could bring up where you employed at now. And obviously, he's not going to say state trooper with Massachusetts. I mean,
Are you collecting unemployment benefits?
I have a question for Brennan, right? If he's so deep into this case, how does he allow that type of investigation to continue to go on without firing that lead guy? Why is the prosecutor not making a note of this?
That's a good question. I mean, I couldn't imagine being the lead investigator and being fired and have to go testify in the case. I mean, they've got a big problem on their hands. I can tell you that right now. This has changed this case dramatically, especially with the lead investigator. I mean, the buck stops with him.
You got a good point.
Yeah.
I'm shocked that he brought in drinking.
How does they get around
I called it. Look, I called it about 4 or 5 nights ago on the Young Jerk show, and several disagreed. I said he will be fired before this case starts. And I'm not bragging, but I was right. I knew he was going to be fired before this case starts.
So, okay. So how does this affect Karen's case now, right? I mean, how does the lead prosecutor even approach that subject that his lead guy is
right?
Not no more so much.
You got to get in front of it for sure. You got to get in front of it. You can't let it be something you react to. You have to announce it.
Well,
somehow make it spin.
You got to understand too, when you get fired from your job, you're going to take other people down with you. I promise you. You ain't going to take that all by yourself. You're going to take some other people down, and you're going to start seeing the dominoes quickly fall. I'm telling you. I mean, this man has lost his job. He's lost his pension. He's lost everything he's probably got. You're going to see the domino effect. Mark my word, it's coming.
I love it, brother. I love your attitude. You're making my day so much better right now.
Well, look, I've seen it. I've seen, they have a union up in Massachusetts. We don't have a union. We can't have a union. So it's totally different when you deal with a union. But I have seen troopers get fired and drop the dime on other troopers, and they wind up getting fired. So
my next question is, right, how is it allowed that Fanning and Colleen Crawford, they both do data for the DA's office, and then they both have a data company that does work for a DA's office? How does that square? I would think that to me, that's kind of just as much of an issue as what Proctor did.
And Tom, it's believe it or not, there's a rule that says as long as they have a company that they don't do on their hourly job, they're allowed to have some sort of company after hours. Now, if it's conflicting of their work and how they work with it, it might be different.
It's
but
the same thing. They're doing the same job.
Exactly. But it's not defined in the motion of having a job after work, so to speak. Okay. So that's where
we're going to split hairs on that now.
Yes. Yeah. That's what it looks like. Motherfuckers. Yeah. So I meant to tell you that. Someone posted something about, so you can have a job after hours, but doesn't tell you what you can and cannot do. Can it be conflicted with what you do or the same thing that you do? But there's more there, Tom. You and I both know that.
It's a way to funnel money out of the DA's office. Here, we're going to just get a couple million. Well, I want to know what they spent they sent to that company money-wise.
Well, we have a friend that's on our side that knows a Bondi, the same person you know.
Yes.
He has got FOIAs out the a-hole right now for these POs, if there's any POs being mailed. And right now, he got back to me. Canton has not spent any money with that company as of yet. So,
well,
there we go.
I don't believe him.
I don't either.
I don't
believe it. Yeah.
So, how do you think this is going to affect the Canton Police Department now that Proctor's not there? Because he was all buddy, chummy with all of them.
Should Kevin Albert be fired as a patrolman, as a detective?
He was more drunk than Proctor was. Yeah.
Right.
He brought his gun with him. Yeah.
He's not going down alone, Proctor, right? Good.
This should be a lesson. I don't care who it is. You investigate. You gather the evidence, and then you charge the person. You don't charge the person and look for the evidence. And damn, I just hit something in the road. But
oops.
This should be an example. You do all cases the same. You investigate them the same, no matter who's involved. And if they would have done that, we probably wouldn't be here today. I mean, there were so many mistakes made. I don't need to go over them. We'll be here to 2028. But look, you made your bed. You got to lay in it. You got to tell the truth. And I don't foresee him ever carrying a gun as a sworn law enforcement officer again after hearing that letter you just read from the colonel.
Yeah, it was pretty stern. And in Massachusetts, we've had a couple other incidents with some new troopers out of the academy, drinking and driving, getting caught. And he's terminated them right on the spot. Like, he's got like zero tolerance for the alcohol part of it. To me, it seems. So
yeah, well, he will not get his pension unless there's something in the union contract or whatever. Here, if you're fired, you lose your certification and you lose your pension. Now, if he has money in that pension, say, he's been on 12, 15 years. If he has $50,000, he can take that out. But he'll never get a retirement check because, he got fired.
And if Karen has any lawsuit against him, then they may be able to put a hold on that money, right?
Well, you probably need to talk to an attorney on that, because normally if you're charged and you're found not guilty, I never had anybody sue me, when they were found not guilty. So I don't know the answer to that. Nan would know more about that than me. I do not know.
So
But I can tell you this: the lead investigator in this case has been fired. It is another day today. I'm telling you, it is a bombshell. We're not talking about another trooper, Trooper Paul or whoever. You're talking about the lead investigator.
Yeah.
The case should be torn out. The case should be tossed out. I mean, how can you trust them? And that letter that the colonel wrote, I would assume, I'm just guessing, I'm not an attorney, that could be introduced in court. I don't know. Nan or somebody else would know that. I don't know.
So here is a statement from the family. You guys want to hear what the family got to say?
Of course, Tom. I'd love to see a follow-up from David Buchanan, or whatever his name is.
This is that part 2 we were talking about. It happened. The family of Massachusetts State Police Trooper Michael Proctor released a statement ripping Karen Reed's defense team on Thursday as the embattled investigator faces a third disciplinary hearing to determine his future life for the trooper's wife. This is not new. This is not new.
All right.
Hey, listen, let me say this, and I've got to go. If I was under investigation, nobody in my family would be talking to anybody, the news media or anybody. I would say, keep your mouth shut. This is me. Nobody, because it doesn't help things. I'll be honest with you. Now, look, they can, do all the statements they want to do. I would not recommend it, especially if I'm under investigation.
Yeah.
You just put more gas on that fire, I mean, but they can do it. I mean, but I wouldn't recommend it. If they would have called me, I would have said, hell no, don't say a word. After the case, yeah, you can talk all you want, but not while he's under investigation. Absolutely not.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Karen. You're talking about Michael Proctor. Okay. Yep. All right.
Right. Yeah. Right.
All right.
But once again, they are free to say whatever they want to say. I'm just saying, if it was me under investigation, my family wouldn't open their mouth, because I would tell them, don't say a word.
Yeah.
It's not going to help anything.
And in this case, it sure didn't. Great example right now. So you're right on the money with this.
Well, he may also get what is it when you get fired? Not workman's comp, but
unemployment. He may have problems with unemployment.
Yeah.
You're right.
He'll get
deny him.
Well, one of my best friends here got fired, and he got it for about 3 months, and the state and his attorney went to court, and they stopped it after about 3 months. So it's a big bombshell. I mean, you got the lead investigator has been fired. I mean, hey, I called it. I said it would be before this case started, because they can't keep holding on to this and holding on to this and holding on to this. And, so maybe the colonel has sent a strong message, to all troopers. If you, think about doing this in the future, you may end up being fired.
You're right. It's a big message for up and coming troopers. Troopers that are going into the courses are like Proctor. They know what's going on, and now this will set an example of fuck around and find out. You're gonna find out pretty quick what I'm gonna do, right?
Well,
I understand that. Yeah.
I'll say this from my past experiences. I have been to internal affairs a few times. Now, I've never got a day off without pay. Never got that. Now, I have been written up. When you go to internal affairs, I don't care who you know. Those men and women are strictly business, and they don't care if you arrested 1,000 drunks a year or arrested, whatever. They're going to investigate it, and 99.9% of the time, they're going to recommend to the colonel, fire him or days off without pay or whatever. But what he's accused of, clearly is a fireable offense, and we have unbecoming conduct. Unbecoming conduct is a wide range of things, on duty and off duty. So I would think unbecoming conduct would be included somewhere in that dismissal.
So
Yeah.
let me ask you.
Wow.
Let me ask you a question. So even if you're off duty and you do something stupid, you could still go under internal affairs.
Sure.
Yeah.
I've seen several
Okay.
people get fired for doing stuff at a bar, getting drunk and getting in a fight, or getting a DWI and got fired. Absolutely. I mean,
All right, so you're on the job 24/7 then.
Yes.
that's right. That's exactly right.
All right. Okay.
And to be honest with you, I've probably seen more get fired for doing stupid crap off duty than they did on duty.
Right. Right. Okay.
Lead
makes sense.
investigator terminated. Wow.
Fuck around and find out, man.
Well, you think of what they handed Hank. This entire case, an unwinnable case for the most part, because they didn't win the first time, and they gave it to Hank. He's got a massive job that they just made a lot harder to try and convict Karen. I mean, I don't see how he can do it.
I don't either.
I just
You-
can't.
You're talking about the lead investigator. I mean, I can't say it enough times. The lead investigator responsible for everything. And as a matter of fact, if
What about the people that signed his reports though?
Right.
North Carolina. Like who?
yeah, I mean, I'm
kind
sure
of goes up. Go ahead.
I'm sure they've already questioned them. I mean, I don't know if they're firemen or whatever, but yeah, they were interviewed before. They were interviewed before he was. He was the last interview.
Yeah, they were interviewed Proctor, Buchanan, Tully before they interviewed Proctor.
Right.
And
So
see,
they've already been interviewed.
something else you got to see. He got fired. If he has any cases pending, you can toss them out the window. They're gone.
No shit.
Wow.
They're gone.
So that means that Walsh gets to walk. The guy that
Well-
killed his wife and chopped her up. He
I don't
must
know
be
that.
through his friggin' yeah.
We've had troopers. Actually, a good friend of mine, all the way back in 2001, he got fired. They dismissed 185 DWI cases.
Wow.
185.
Just
What
so
the
that they just so that the trooper can't get up there and say I was fired. They threw the cases out so that they can't say that and understand. Wow.
Well, it was because of his credibility, and there was other stuff involved. But anytime I've seen a trooper fired, they have tossed every case that's pending. Now they may not up there in Massachusetts. I have no idea. I'm just talking about how they do it here. I don't know how they do it up there. But once you lose credibility in the court system, and I'm sure Nan can tell you, once you lose credibility, all of these attorneys know that. And once you lose credibility and the district attorney giglios you, which means you can't testify in her courtroom or his courtroom, you can't testify in any courtroom in the entire state, which means you're fired. I've seen that several times.
The Commonwealth tried hard last trial to say Proctor was not the lead investigator. Now the leader of the Massachusetts State Police just admitted he was the lead investigator. Yep. Imagine that.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I think he admitted he was the lead investigator, I believe, is, all that I saw. I mean, he was in control of it all, but Anyway, fellas, I've got an appointment to go to. This is a bombshell, and in any other state or whatever, this case would be probably tossed today.
Well,
All right, cool. Thank you,
in
man.
Massachusetts is how we roll. Sorry.
I'll see you back on here soon.
Hey, y'all have a good day.
Enjoy the
All right,
day,
buddy.
and thank you, my friend.
Yes, sir.
Talk to you soon.
Yes, sir.
That was awesome.
So, Mike, you ready for this?
Holy shit.
This is what the family says. You ready? This is what Proctor's family says.
What did they say? What did they say?
They say a lot. We're truly disappointed with the trial board's decision as it lacks precedent and unfairly exploits and scapegoats one of their own. A trooper with a 12-year unblemished record, despite the Massachusetts State Police's dubious and relentless efforts to find more inculpatory evidence against Michael Proctor on his phones, computers, and cruiser data. The messages on his personal phone referring to the person who killed a fellow beloved Boston police officer are all they found. The messages prove one thing, that Michael is human, not corrupt, not incompetent in his role as a homicide detective, and certainly not unfit to continue to be a Massachusetts State Police trooper.
Hey, real quick.
Yeah.
Nan wants a link if you get a chance.
All right. Let me do that.
All right.
This is Mike. They can't.
Well, it's a family, right? I guess my question: can you go to an appeal for this? I don't know. Is there an appeal section? I don't know.
I think so. I think. Yeah, you can, but he's got no basis. He's got no ground, no standing.
Right. Obviously, there's no way around the drinking and driving. I'm saying right now, I live in Canton. I want Kevin Albert off the Canton police station. Off. I don't want his moral compass involved with any kind of investigation inside of Canton. I don't want his judgment involved. I don't want anything involved if he's going to be like this and act like this. That's my honest feeling. Telling you the truth.
Oh, well, yeah.
I don't want a cop that was drinking and driving, lost his badge, lost his gun. I don't want him on the Canton Police Force, Chief Rafferty. I don't want him on their select board. I don't want him on there for a vacation. He gave him a 2-month vacation with paid leave last summer. That's what he got. He had
He got to play all the ice hockey he wanted, didn't he?
Yes. Bullshit. Okay? I don't care who he is, who he knows. The rules are there for a reason. We have to follow them. Fucking Turtle Boy got written up for looking into a window, okay?
Imagine that. Looking in a window on the sidewalk.
Right. And we have an officer driving around that lost his gun and badge while drunk with a state trooper.
He was that drunk.
Make that make sense to me and make that math. I can't, right? How can a chief of police turn their back, a blind eye, and just throw it out there and say, hey, guys, eat it because I'm the chief? Let me rephrase it for Conley. Conley, she's the queen. What are you talking about, Conley?
He said that. He said that's the queen. We got the queen.
Yeah. And I mean that in a good way. What do you? No, you don't.
No, but he meant it in the way he said it. The queen. All hail the queen.
Do something then, queen.
Wow. I need more copy for this. Hold on a second.
All right, go ahead, brother.
Wow.
Everybody's making posts on Caitlin's t-shirt from Arizona. Oh my God, you guys are awesome. The memes that are coming out right now, I love it. You guys are the best. Oh God. No, but seriously, like, does that not make sense? Like, if you're with Kevin Albert, you're caught on the phones saying what you said. You work, I pay your tax, I pay your salary. I feel you're done, dude. I don't care how long you've been on there. I don't care what you've done, which I understand is nothing. And you just connected, right? Just enough. Just, Chief, do something. You want your contract, Chief? Show me you got the minerals. Show me you got the minerals. Right? But you got minerals to someone's looking in a window. It happens right away. Hey, good morning, Nan.
Good morning. How are you?
Hey, good. Thanks for coming on.
Oh, it's a pleasure to be here. Very exciting. Been watching you
Yes.
guys. Been watching you guys are my sports center.
Da-na-na, na-na-na.
I fucking love it. I love it. And I know I've been trying to pop answers to some of the questions that have been raised into the chat, but thank you for asking if I wanted to join you.
Well, yeah, because I saw you going through the chat. I'm like, probably a little easier if you just want to come on and just, if anybody's got a question for Nan, I don't know how much time you have, but go ahead, ask away, guys, in the chat, okay? And that's something Tom and I are
All
going
I
to talk
ask,
to you. Yeah, go
oops,
ahead.
sorry, Mike. All I ask is like, because I'm joining my phone right now. If there's questions, like just say if you could read them or say them to me, I'm happy to answer.
Oh, no
You know,
problem, no problem.
thanks.
Yep, no problem.
But
All right,
this is
so
unbelievable, and I saw you going
right.
through the witness list too, which is fantastic.
I know, and that's something that we've never really had. Last year, it was like 6 people, because all they did was cross-examine the prosecutions that we're going to call anyways, so, but this is great. These are additional people that the prosecution did not call, are not going to call, you know what I mean? So, and some of them, I don't know.
Hey, my
I
two
don't know who
favorite
they
people.
are.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Hey,
what,
Tom.
I'll
Good
ask you
morning.
what, Nan, would you fire the Canton police officer, Kevin Albert, who was with Michael Proctor at the time of his alleged discrepancies while drinking and driving and so forth? And we have this cop in Canton that lost his badge and gun and was drinking and driving while doing an investigation with said trooper. Should he be, at least, I mean, he got disciplined, but he got 2 months off with paid leave.
Yeah,
That was it.
I would have fired him. But also, what was the first reason listed in that letter, Mike, as to why he was terminated? Because the drinking incident was listed
Yes.
secondarily. What was the first one?
He improperly did an investigation, if I'm in
Yeah, it
layman
was
terms.
Yeah.
improper investigation.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
see, they, the way these, and I do, just to remind you and your audience, I have police law background also before I went into healthcare law. And usually when an administrative body issues a decision like this, they put their primary reason for termination first. So the primary reason is definitely his malfeasance or deficiencies with the investigation. However, they also found issues with the drunkenness or drunk driving, whatever the hell he did, I guess on that one occasion with Kevin Albert. So to answer your question, would I fire him, or would I find grounds to fire Kevin Albert for that incident? Sure, he didn't even properly safeguard his weapon, and really had no memory of the event from the text I was reading. But what I would say is, they won't, and they won't just because it's a corrupt state. But they won't because it's not. It's not really deficiencies or malfeasance with an investigation. So they'll probably hit him with some level of discipline. It's coming, Kevin Albert, if you're listening, but they will not. They won't terminate him.
Okay. All right. All right. Well, thanks for that.
There is
What?
Can Karen sue him?
Oh, absolutely. So
Oh, Jesus.
there's a variety of different avenues that Karen can take. If I were her, I would wait until whatever shakes out with the pending criminal action against her, and then bundle Proctor into a civil rights action when she's acquitted. And that civil rights action would name, it would name the Commonwealth, it would name the county, it would name the police department, the Massachusetts State Police, individual officers, detectives, troopers, all of the primary key players. There are, and part of that lawsuit, that civil rights action, which she has 3 years to file, that's what the statute of limitations is up in Massachusetts on it. That cause of action will have particular counts in it, and in those counts, she'll have against each of the defendants, and then she'll group some counts with allegations as to groups of these defendants, and she'll have a whole section against Proctor, not only for his completely inept, deficient, corrupt, intentionally improper investigation, but she'll have a separate count for defamation. You know, what's the cause of action up there? I was just looking at it. Well, it's the violation of her civil rights. It's equivalent to what's called a 1983 action, and she'd also have a claim for, you know, essentially objectifying her, rush to judgment. He had his mind made up, specifically because he was probably influenced to do so. I don't think there's any dispute about that. Within minutes of
Right.
being
Yes.
involved.
Yep.
So that's the way she should go, but she could sue him individually as well. I wouldn't do that. I would group it into a larger lawsuit, this civil rights action against all of the public entities up there.
So the people that signed off on what he did actually signed off and approved what Proctor did. So if Proctor violated her civil rights, the people that signed off on his documents approved that, correct?
Oh, absolutely. It's not
Okay.
just it's implied and it's explicit. So whether or not they were just on text chains or liking them, you know, with the little emojis or not
Mhm.
reporting them. You know, the one guy, and I don't know,
Fanning.
was it who was on vacation and
Fanning.
claims?
He
Yeah,
said he didn't get it because on the Outer Banks, he said he didn't get the text. Or he got
yeah,
it and he didn't look at it or something. But
that's
he's everybody's boss. He's the lieutenant. He's the dirty guy we think is the one in the hub of the whole DA's
oh,
office.
yeah, that reminds me, Tom, I need to call you later when I get out of a meeting because I have something to mention to you about him, which
Mhm.
I won't air online
Yeah.
because but
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
there's something I wanted to mention to you about him. But anyway, yeah, they've all allowed this behavior to just fester and go unchecked. So I did put in your chat earlier that this was actually quick of a decision. So I understand he had 3 hearings, but the way it works in these police administrative bodies, when there's multiple dates of hearing, which 3 days of them is not unusual, they have up to 90 days to render their decision. And from my experience with administrative bodies like this, they'll wait the full 90 days, kind of let the officers sweat it out a little bit. And
Mhm.
if there is some type of plan going on, they could have sat on this decision longer because then Karen's trial would have taken place, and wouldn't have that have been more convenient if they didn't issue their decision yet. So what I was trying to convey in your chat is, you know, his last hearing was, I think, the 13th. Maybe I think it was March 13th. Either
Yes.
way, for
Yep.
that decision to be rendered this quickly when they had the 90 days to do it is lightning fast.
All right. How does this affect Karen's trial?
It
Like
affects
direct.
those are great questions. It affects it in a few ways. First, I anticipate that the defense,
Oh
which
wait,
filed,
we're just spitballing this. Well, hypothetically, this is not gaming it out. We are just discussing this. This is
yeah,
our opinions. That's
we're
all this is.
as I
This
say,
is
we're kind of storyboarding it. So if
yeah.
you storyboard this, there's a few things that I, as an attorney, would forecast happening. One, I forecast that the defense is going to file an amended defense witness list to remove any nomenclature of Trooper Proctor's, you know, professional title. He's now a civilian. Two, I anticipate that, and I know you guys were discussing it, that Trooper Proctor's relevant history, which is fresh, hot off the press, that he has been terminated, will come into evidence. It's impeachment evidence. It's not evidence of, quote, prior bad acts or
Right.
bad character. This is
Yeah.
relevant to his job duties and his, frankly, a dilatory approach toward them. So it's relevant evidence. It arguably could prejudice, you know, the Commonwealth, but it's fair game if the prejudice does not outweigh the probative value. He was terminated because of that lead reason that I asked you about. There were problems with this investigation. And so Proctor, who, if you noted, is on the defense witness list, although he's not on the Commonwealth's witness list, Proctor is going to be absolutely skewered more than he was on cross-examination, because now it goes from just what the defense was really able to prove with text messages and suppositions when they were cross-examining him the first time. Now it goes to, oh, but we don't just think this about you. No, and you can have your explanation that this was regrettable language you used in text messages. But no, the Massachusetts State Police and its governing administrative body also agrees with us. So they're going to have a much more, if it was even possible, aggressive and grueling cross-examination of him. They'll be a little bit tied. Their hands will be tied
Yep.
because they have to ask him direct questions. They can't ask him leading questions. So it'll be a little bit harder, but Karen's defense team is so skilled, and I'm very confident they'll be able to walk him through all of his missteps, even with direct questions. So, when you do this, the Commonwealth will have a chance to cross-examine him and ask leading questions. It's going to be a bit of a gauntlet that day. But that's how I see this whole BS affecting this trial. This is a huge, huge win for Karen. The timing of it and the rationale given for terminating him. And I just want to send a personal message from Nan Gallagher out to the Proctor family today. I hope you find a new identity other than being an LEO family or a blue family, because Trooper Proctor is going to have to pursue the custodial arts.
Yep.
Oh!
I have a question about what Colonel
Fucking bombs.
Noble
I
wrote,
love it, man.
because it gets better. Mike, it gets better.
Time out. Is her middle finger up right now? We just can't see it.
Oh, it is.
Welcome to Canton. She's been
Well-
properly acclimated to the town of Canton, Mike, and she's so
Yes.
far away.
That was a fucking mic drop right there, girl. I can tell you that right now.
Woo!
That was fucking good, man.
Why do I have a feeling Mike's gonna sound clip that and throw that somewhere on Twitter? But anyway,
Definitely.
Flip Ahead's already calling me. He's already calling. He's already calling me. Oh,
right.
he's really excited. I mean, the glare right now is blowing up beams.
Everybody is. So here's my question, Nan, right? On the
Yeah.
first, this top paragraph kind of bothers me, okay? They mention a lot of different problems here, right? It says, between the dates, did fail to conform to the work standards established for the member's rank, title, or position, right? Okay. So this means either he did or he didn't, did fail to take appropriate action on the occasion of a crime, disorder, or other condition deserving state police attention. Now they're specifically saying, while assigned as lead investigator as a homicide, through his unprofessional and inappropriate conduct, created an image that he was biased in his dealings with the homicide suspect and or brought otherwise himself and the Mass State Police into disrepute.
Oh, okay.
So does that mean they found multiple different violations that added up to this Class A violation? Is that what that is? So it's not just one thing. It's not that, you failed to turn in a report.
No, they found multiple violations. Let me start, Tom, by saying this. The way this is written, and it was written, I'm letting you all know, it was written by an attorney, whomever represents the administrative body, and signed off on by the administrative body. But this is the best you're going to get in print from that agency because they're going, maybe not the particular one that handled his disciplinary action, but there is ensuing legal action, that civil rights action that I'm referring to before. So this is the best they're going to put it in print, but I know enough on matters like this to read between the lines and to tell you with certainty that there are multiple violations pertaining to his investigation and bias in the investigation, that to warrant his termination. I actually feel, I want to be very clear when I say this, I don't know this, but I feel from reading this letter that the issue with with Kevin Albert is very secondary to them. It was just like icing on the cake, but the lead thrust of his termination has everything to do with Karen Reed. And anyone out there who wants to spin this against what I'm saying right now, you are drinking the wrong Kool-Aid.
Nice.
Nice, brother.
And
Wow.
also an interesting point here. Um, I have a feeling that this was pre-announced to him last
Yes.
week. It was.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
usually what happens. They
Yeah.
give you the courtesy, although he doesn't deserve a piece of any courtesy. They gave him the courtesy of letting him know ahead of time, which is why that stupid, I guess it was Thursday or whenever that was, that PR stunt that failed
Yep.
went out. So, and also, it's worth noting a couple things. I don't want to shift gears too much, but I let you guys know, there is an absolutely intentional reason why they put which was it, his wife or his sister? I guess it's the
Both.
sister. Is it both
Both.
of them?
Yes, both of them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're on that witness list for a very specific reason, and it doesn't have anything to do with Proctor's termination. I mean, those individuals have direct knowledge that is pertinent and relevant to Karen's case. So they are going to be asked questions about, him unaliving himself or texts about it. They're going to be
Okay.
asked questions about,
Yep.
all of it. And also there's other people, I don't have them in
Gift.
front of me,
Remember
but
the remember the gift? I sent you the
yeah, the
list. If
gift,
Yeah,
you
the gift.
the
check your
gift.
inbox, on X. I sent you the whole list.
Okay, I can't unfortunately do that right now just because when I'm logged
I'm,
in by phone, I will definitely disconnect. I
I'm,
did that.
I'm, I'm letting you know. That's all.
Thank you. And also, Allie McCabe is on that list. She wasn't on the Commonwealth list.
Yeah, that's
So,
right. That's right.
it is worth everybody go back through her testimony because I think that it was very, very supportive of the defense in this case. And that is why Hank, yet again, tries to hide the truth and tells everyone to look the other way. But she has key information during a very critical time period that's going to benefit the defense timeline. And there was a couple of other people on the list when I glanced through it. So it's this list is going to be dissected left and right over the next few days, and I am here for it.
Nice.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, my
Awesome.
pleasure.
Yeah.
I have
So
a
Turtle Boy. I'm sorry, Tommy. Turtle
Go
Boy
ahead.
just released an article about there's a doctor from Rhode Island who's an expert, like Scotty Battle, that's going to testify for the defense about John's wounds.
Ooh.
Okay, that's like in favor of what actually happened. It wasn't a car, so to speak, and actually combat the state's medical examiner. He just released that a second ago on
So
Twitter.
so Nan, how does this, I know it's not going to help, but how does this affect Brennan's prosecution of Karen Reed without having a lead investigator at your, I guess, disposal?
In my opinion, it is a mortal wound when you can't call the lead investigator who had his hands in everything, and Buchanan did not have his hands in everything. And, as much as they tried to make it so, it ain't so. So it is a fatal a fatal blow, a big mistake not to call him. You know, they're trying to distance themselves from Proctor, but Proctor's the one who signed off on even little things like some of those evidence bags. He had possession of key pieces of critical evidence in the back of his car for an
Oh shit.
exorbitant
Yep.
Yeah.
exorbitant period of time.
Oh,
He's the one that took possession, you know, vis-a-vis a tow truck of the quote
Murder weapon.
murder weapon, and
Yep.
then you know, funge the time on a report. He is, in and of himself, Proctor is someone who Buchanan cannot rehabilitate. That's a term lawyers use. You know, you can try to use another witness to rehabilitate someone's testimony. And Proctor is, he stands on his own. So I forecast that no efforts on the part of the Commonwealth through Buchanan are going to be able to meet the beyond a reasonable doubt standard through Buchanan. You can't use Buchanan to shore up your case when you're not calling Proctor on your own case, meaning the Commonwealth's own case. This is huge. Now you throw in the disciplinary action resulting in very, very swift termination. That is, in and of itself, likely enough to convince, hopefully, a new jury composed of independent thinkers who have common sense, who don't allow themselves to get bullied and misled by one particular or two particular jurors in the room. It's enough to support reasonable doubt enough to acquit her. This is huge, huge news. And that is why I love watching you guys every morning.
Well, this
thank
is
you. Wow.
can Proctor can appeal this, right?
He can appeal it. I don't have access right now to the agency rules as to an appeal, but the last I looked from the appellate structure for that administrative body, the appeal success rate is like 13%.
Wow.
So
Man, do you mind if I bring the retired state trooper up, North Carolina?
should you bring him up?
He's just. Do you mind if I pop him up on stage?
Oh, absolutely.
All right, hold on.
I don't mind.
There he
The other
is.
question, the other question I have is the motion to dismiss. Does it get a better shot now?
No, nothing gets,
Ah,
nothing.
damn.
Well, in a normal courtroom, it would, Mike, but
Oh, okay.
in,
Thank you.
yeah, and at the appellate, you know, if she gets convicted and she has to appeal, that you know, if that motion to dismiss is denied, which I'm forecasting, and I'm not alone, is going to be denied, on the appeal level, all of this breaking news, it does become very, very relevant and does shed a lot of light on the extraordinary misconduct of the prosecution and the law enforcement up there. But in Bev's courtroom, it's like the netherworld. So,
Okay. All right.
yeah,
All right. Cool. Thank
yeah.
you.
I'm just here hanging out. So, like, I'm
All
happy
right,
to
cool.
be here if you guys need me.
We
I
will stay on. Stay on.
Yeah.
so
New Hampshire,
so
North
I have a
Carolina.
question, and here's
Yeah.
kind of where it all kind of gets convoluted. Tully got in trouble. He lost time. Buchanan got in trouble. He lost time. And now Proctor's fired. They already got reprimanded and they already served their time sentences or whatever. Proctor now is fired. But this is all one issue, I believe, that this is all connected and that this was a done deal when they first looked at it. And they kept it going for this long. And then here we are today. He's fired when he should have been fired months ago when they lost their days. They lost vacation days or whatever they get in trouble for. So I don't feel bad for him. He knew back then he was going to get fired. There's no way he didn't. And Kevin lost, everyone that's involved. He lost time too. Kevin Albert got 2 months off with pay or something like that.
Yeah.
So they've
Well-
all been reprimanded in their own way.
They all have, and Kevin Albert will too. He will, but While I feel that the discipline imposed under the lower level or less involved officers in this travesty, that the discipline they got is not enough, taxpayers of Massachusetts are able at any time to ask for any disciplinary decision of law enforcement to be revisited. It's essentially like in court, we would call it a motion for reconsideration. So if any of the findings that go underneath that letter that you just had up on your screen, and any of the particular findings of that tribunal specifically address the conduct of Tully and whomever it was, Buchanan, or
Tully and Buchanan.
if any of those findings specifically reference and inculpate those officers, which you would not find in this letter, the taxpayers of Massachusetts are able to make a plea to the administrative tribunal up there to say, revisit this, because to me it seems very imbalanced. They just got the proverbial slap on the wrist when the lead investigator in the case did not. And then also, I don't know if it was your show or I was hopping this morning, or I was hopping through Twitter, but they were saying in trial 1.0 that Proctor wasn't the lead investigator, but this letter specifically does confirm that he is and was and is the lead investigator. So
Yes.
that is going to become probably an issue in 2.0. You're probably going to hear Buchanan say things like, no, I was the lead investigator. That's where this letter could come into evidence. This letter normally would not come into evidence. But if there's going to be testimony brought forth by the Commonwealth saying that Buchanan was the lead investigator, then this letter does become relevant to impeach any such testimony. And in a normal court, it would become evidentiary before a jury.
All right.
We
Right.
we want the letter. We want it in, but normally it wouldn't come in.
Right. The second part of the letter here about drinking, right, while on duty and not in the performance of duty, and that word and while acting under specific orders from a supervisory member or proper authority. So he was, does that mean he was told to go do that? Is that what that says?
Yeah. If you remember in Proctor, I think it was Proctor's testimony, he said we were sent to, I don't know the geographics up there, but we were sent to wherever we went. We were there on a business mission and then we went out for drinks. So he and Albert were there on wherever there is. I don't remember, but
They were down the Cape somewhere.
yeah, they were there on official business. So, as the retired state trooper was saying earlier, and I'm paraphrasing him because I think you asked him a question, Tom. You can be inculpated and disciplined for your conduct that falls outside of your scope of responsibilities and duties, like on your off hours. But this isn't even that case. In this instance, they were, quote, there out on the Cape for official business. So they were sent there to do God knows what, went out drinking, and were completely irresponsible. Weapons were present. I mean, Jesus, it's like people outside of Massachusetts and in Massachusetts were shaking our heads saying, do better up there. So I'm really, really happy this decision came down so quickly, because any law enforcement officer, whether you're a patrolman or whether you're a trooper or any level working strictly with the DA's office or in a local police station, integrity doesn't go off the clock after an 8-hour shift. Integrity is 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And if officers up there are not willing to stand by that principle, then you all should be in an uproar.
Well, welcome to Canton. Welcome to the Karen Reed movement. And that's all right. So I got a question for the retired trooper. Have you seen the lead investigator in a case get removed and have the case go forward still? Or does the case just get tossed at that point?
The ones I've seen, they've been tossed.
So they just chuck it. No good. Get out because of one issue, one problem with that one lead investigator. They throw the whole case.
Yes, yes, and any cases that are pending are thrown out. I wanted to ask Nan a quick question. I believe in some of his reports, he stated that he was the lead investigator. Now, he conducted several interviews. How does the prosecutor plan to get those interviews in when they can't even put them on the stand?
That's absolutely right.
Wow.
And it's a great question also because, just so you guys understand, if the Commonwealth hasn't put Proctor on their list, the Commonwealth goes first in their presentation of evidence. So they are kind of hamstrung in terms of how they can present their case once the defense goes and then they put Proctor on the stand, which if I were them, I'd lead with him just to, go out, start off with a bang, so to speak, or a bang bang, as Aiden would say. But as far as presenting Proctor's testimony by the defense, there's going to be plenty of questions asked of him about the interviews that he himself conducted, where he conducted them, who was present, why weren't they recorded in any fashion, why didn't he in any way photographically or videographically memorialize the condition of the taillight when he first observed the vehicle. Like there's so many different Proctor only pieces of evidence in this case that the defense is going to have the first opportunity to really flesh out. And if there's any disparity in what Proctor presents that kind of contradicts his prior testimony or that comes forth in the Commonwealth's direct case in their, when they go first, all of that impeachment evidence then does become fair game for the defense to cross-examine him. Like if they'll ask him direct questions. If Proctor gives them a hard time or starts to get very evasive, they can then ask the court, hopefully Judge Bev allows it, if they can treat him as a, quote, hostile witness. Then they can ask him as many leading questions as they want. But I hope that answers your question.
Yes, and I agree with you. Him being fired is they've got a problem on their hands. I mean, they got a real problem on their hands, especially being the lead investigator. I mean, to me, the buck stops with him in the entire investigation. He oversaw everything.
Yep.
He oversaw everything. That's right. But also, I would not be surprised if there were correspondences that came from the prosecutor's office to this administrative body that issued this decision today. Asking the status of Trooper Proctor, the status of this pending hearing, so if anyone wants to make a FOIA or Freedom of Information Act request asking for any correspondences between any representatives of Morrissey's office and that administrative tribunal asking for status or asking for a delay of decision, anything like that, they should. That is within the public domain to ask for. But I also would say if I were the prosecutor and I was stupid enough to keep these charges pending against Karen, if I were the prosecutor, I would now say, all right, maybe we should consider trying to either downgrade the charges or dismiss them outright. They won't do that, but that's what a normal prosecutor would do if they were stupid enough to let this get as far as they have.
Well, let me ask you this, Nan, if you don't mind. Being that the prosecutor doesn't have them on the list, when all of these troopers get up and testify, Trooper Proctor said this. When
Sorry about that.
that's all right. When all of these witnesses and troopers get on the stand and say Trooper Proctor did this or Trooper Proctor interviewed that, the jury's going to be like, Who is Trooper Proctor? Why is he not testified? Do you not agree?
Oh, I totally agree. And the probably have some story, some version that they're going to go with in their opening and maybe in some of the presentation of evidence, like with Buchanan or others, to try to get ahead of the story. They're going to have to affirmatively try to explain to this jury why Proctor is not around anymore. Like they'll say something like this, and Trooper Proctor's no longer with the Massachusetts State Police. Is that correct? That's correct. Like they'll try to just simply make it sound like they're going to put lipstick on a pig, so to speak. But there's really nothing they can do other than to try to gently explain away that he's no longer with the state police, but they won't explain why. And then Alan Jackson is going to absolutely shred. They're going to shred him. Their opening statement is going to be gold. Everyone should take the day off of work that day.
Oh, I'm pretty sure they will. How big is this in the scale that we can't really process right now of the case and the magnet? Does this amplify Karen Reed across the country? Make it bigger than it already is?
It does, and it hit the news wire down here as well.
Nice.
So for it to hit the news wire as fast as it did down in the New York metropolitan area, it's big. And I also will say that without going into detail, members associated with Ms. Reed's family have already expressed positive emotions to me today.
Good.
So
As they should. This is a long time coming that they've been put through this nightmare.
yeah, but it's this does it's like putting the strength of the defense on steroids.
Yep.
They absolutely, this blows it up. So I am forecasting now that a lot of different things are going to be happening between now and even possibly tomorrow. Like I imagine there may even be a belated motion in limine filed by the defense to specifically outline what they're going to do as it relates to Proctor, like at trial. They're going to make sure that there's guardrails put in place.
Right, exactly. Yes, that's what's my next question. What does Bev do? What does she allow? These questions on Proctor,
She should, I mean, the rules of evidence in Massachusetts and the federal rules of evidence, which often serve as a guide for what should and should not come into evidence, those evidentiary rules do permit that evidence of Trooper Proctor's misconduct, egregious misconduct, extraordinary misconduct would come into evidence. And there's also case law that says that this disciplinary decision that you were just reading would be permitted to come into evidence in the event that he needs to be impeached or rebutted. His testimony needs to be rebutted. Also, if you recall, there is a stupid rule up in Massachusetts that Bev seems to embrace that says that all impeachment evidence has to be handed over to the other side before trial, and frankly by now. So the defense probably, if they haven't already, I'd be shocked, they have to hand over that letter. They have to hand it over to Brennan, which Brennan I'm sure has it already anyway, but they have to hand it over and say, we're going to rely upon this. So, Brennan will probably, or the defense will probably, or both, between now and even tomorrow, make moves to try to argue this issue before Bev and try to flesh out what can and cannot be asked of former Trooper Proctor at the time of trial. Bev should do the right thing, but her rulings in the last couple of weeks alone have left me questioning why I became a lawyer. So, I mean, seriously, yesterday was unbelievable. Unbelievable, some of the rulings, but it's exciting.
What a day.
I wanted to ask Ann one. I
Yeah.
want to. I want to ask now one last question. The affidavits that the lead investigator signed and the search warrant. How in the world are they? How in the world is the prosecutor going to get the car towed from her house to the Sally Port Inn without bringing the lead investigator's name up? I mean,
You're right. You're absolutely right. Those reports have to be authenticated. So evidence doesn't come in unless the person who prepared them authenticates them. They'll probably try to use Buchanan to do so. And that's where the defense has to say, objection, Your Honor. He didn't prepare those reports. And again, I always have the Bev exception, but uh, a normal judge would say you're right. Like you have to be able to, the Commonwealth has to be able to advance a complete and unequivocal chain of custody of evidence. So if it's the murder weapon from Dighton to the Canton PD, they need Proctor to do that. That's why
right.
I was really shocked when Brennan said we're not calling him, because it's a break in the chain of custody. Same with those pieces of clothing that sat in the back of his car for whatever period of time. I think it was like 2 weeks at some point. He had the pieces of clothing that had alleged biological evidence in them, and pieces of taillight, microscopic pieces of taillight that sat in his car unchecked, and by unchecked I mean like not accounted for. You need Proctor to do it. So I don't know how they're going to be able to shore up those deficiencies in a chain of custody. But I'm happy that they're going to be incredibly challenged to do so, because it all lends itself to reasonable doubt. If they can't prove the chain of custody, and the lead investigator, who I make no secret of, I think is a piece of shit, and is an embarrassment to, honorable law enforcement officers, if he is unable to, or not presented by the Commonwealth to fill in the gaps in a chain of custody chain, I don't know what they're going to do. But I'm happy for it, because it's only going to bolster Karen's defense. And the defense should absolutely file. They shouldn't file it. They move at the end of the close of the prosecution's case for a directed verdict in her favor, on that basis alone, that they don't have a clean chain of custody. Bev denied it last time, but now there's a strong legal basis for her to grant that motion. And if I were Bev, I would do that. That's like the easiest way out of this entire mess for her.
And also the videos, also, Nan. You got to think about all the videos he had.
All the videos. And Alan Jackson or Alessi or Yannetti, they're gonna say, well, who's that? Who's that in this video? Who's that back by the tail light? And people are gonna say, oh, that's Trooper Proctor. Like, the juries, as uninformed as many of them can be, jurors are not complete idiots. They're going to be like, well, who's this guy? Who is this man whose name keeps coming up? And why did we never hear from him? So they're going to have a lot of questions. And that's where, when the defense says things like, wait for us, we're going to come in, wait for us to show you really what's going on, then the defense will explain all of those questions that the jury is going to be left having after the Commonwealth's case.
So here, I guess, is the actual, termination paper. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 different things they got him on. One of them, the top one, is that he sent the derogatory, defamatory, and/or disparaging or otherwise inappropriate text messages about a suspect in an investigation to other individuals. So that's one. And then he shared it with his sister. So he shared sensitive, confidential information with an outside person. So that's another violation. And then this is the third one. Conduct unbecoming here. And then this is about the drinking. So there's 4 different things they got him on.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
And I don't think
Good.
any of them, I don't think you can dispute any of them. None of them are,
No.
I
No.
think it's a pretty solid
Yep.
termination, if you say it.
No, you're right.
And it doesn't matter. And it doesn't matter if it came from his personal cell phone or not. Back in, I think it was 2001, we had to sign a form if we were under investigation. We had to turn a detailed cell phone bill over to Internal Affairs. So even though it's our cell phone, we pay for it. If we were under investigation, we had to sign a form and we had to turn it over. So,
Mm.
Nan,
Mhm.
does this affect the First Circuit's opinion?
No,
Okay.
it won't affect it. But the First Circuit, I mean, they've got enough to grant favorably in her favor on its own. But no, it won't affect it.
Wow. Well, it's been a day, guys.
Wow.
Oh,
Wow.
yeah.
I can't wait for the rest of the week.
All right, man.
So, all right, Mr. Retired Trooper, thank you for coming on. Thanks
Yes,
for the
sir.
invaluable insight. We'll be catching you soon.
y'all have a good
Nan?
day, and you have a good day,
Yep.
Nan.
Now,
Yeah,
take
thank you
care.
so much. It's a pleasure. Thanks for having me on, guys.
As
Oh,
always,
definitely.
Nan, you're more than welcome anytime. You know that.
Tom, I'm gonna call you later. I gotta
Yeah,
talk to
nope.
you.
I'm not going anywhere, I promise. I'm going to watch the Karen Reed special, as a matter of fact. I'm going to actually sit down and
good.
binge it all.
You should jump on during court tomorrow, Nan.
Oh, I might just do that. I heard you guys might have an interesting show tomorrow. Maybe I heard wrong, but yeah, at some point I'm sure I will pop on. Thanks so much for having me.
Enjoy
man.
the day and do it with a smile. Things at least we got one thing to go our way, and we got to count every win as a big one. And this, I think, is a big one.
It's a big one. Enjoy it, guys. Sunlight
Thank
is
you.
the best disinfectant. I'll talk to you soon.
Oh, yeah.
Hi, Nan. Thank you, my dear.
Bye. Take care.
Wow.
You didn't wake up thinking this would happen, did you?
Bro,
Different day now.
we were such in a good mood and things were just going right. All of a sudden, boom, 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 boom. I'm like, wow, that's how fast the whole thing can switch on you just like that.
Hey, you see that thing that you sent me about the Matt Kelch?
Yes.
Wow, that's weird, isn't it? Who?
Brian Higgins' is best friend in the ATF, but he's the one that coached him through the text messages.
Click this, do this, go here, do this. Oh, gotta go here, gotta go here. Click this file, delete this. He gave him the instructions on how to delete single text messages that are within the text string. He went and removed certain ones.
That's right.
And then after he removed and deleted them, he took a cell phone and cut the SIM card up and then threw it in the trash on a military base. So what was so important on it that he deleted that now is in the trash at the military base? Why did he go through that effort to delete it from the memory card and then destroy the memory card the way he did?
Amen, brother.
Don't know.
I think somebody might have that already in their clouds. Like, you know what I mean? Like the feds.
It's never really gone, Mike. It's always somewhere. You just got to know where to look.
I think the 3,000 TUIs page, 3,074 pages of TUI might have something. I don't know, but they can't bring it into court. We'll see what
I'm
happens.
pretty sure if they have these connections made, they have the data that supports the connection. So,
Thank you.
Oopsies.
Yep. That's right, brother. That's right.
Oops. And
What
this
a show.
FBI guy ain't gonna put his job on the line for him.
No. So this is the dominoes right here, bro. This is where it kind of you might see a lot more happen. You might see a lot more happen.
Don't
we've been talking
be Proctor.
We were talking about Farwell, what he could do, but Mikey, where he's like middle management, can go up and down. So
got both of them. He was just I did this for this. He said to do that. I did this because he said to do it. Yep.
He could bury Buchanan. He could bury Tully. He could bury a lot of people, man. The Chico. He could get to Chico really bad.
Dude, he plays hockey with all these guys. He ain't gonna turn on the guy that he's friggin' defending him. They defend themselves even in hockey off the clock. They still defend themselves.
His marriage, his wife, his kids. You got to think about forget about hockey. I got to take care of my family.
This is called a stress test. Either you survive it or you don't. It is no middle ground here. You get through it or you don't. People divorce over stuff like this. And it comes down to money. The root of all evil.
It is. It is, dude.
And if you don't have any, your life is just simpler. It's so much easier.
The whole gift thing, we're going to get you a gift afterwards. This is all said and done. That's damning evidence. I mean, that's damning text messages. And chat, guys, we're fucking unbelievable today. Sorry if we missed some of your questions. We had some guests on today that probably answered a lot of them. Having Nan jump on like that, and
beautiful, wasn't it, man? Perfect.
Yeah, North Carolina, come on. I think we got all the super chats and stuff. Did we, Tom? Did we go through all those? All right.
No, I didn't.
Do you want to go through them now?
Yeah, we can do that real quick.
All right.
You know what? Let me just do this real quick.
Go ahead, buddy. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks,
No
Tom.
doubt, huh? It's like you go to the Fenway and the people get kicked out of the bleachers and everyone starts singing that. It's just the next awesome. All right, let's see. Glen Lake membership, man. You a membership man? That's just crazy guy. Kristen, another member for 5 months. She's been here for a while.
Yeah.
Glenn, another one.
Jesus Christ.
Another one. This Coco. It's a great day.
Yeah, baby.
Sure is. Glenn, another one.
Jesus Christ, buddy.
Coco, thank you very much.
Woo-hoo!
Rico, maybe call us some common sense, but he's up against a corrupt state, which is a shame. That's a goof. He's got to work around that, doesn't he?
Oh, wow. That $50 one just came in, Tony. Look at that. Wow.
Did it really?
Yeah.
Skybell, thank you very much for becoming a member. Glenn, thank you for becoming a member. Ashley, I love listening to you guys. How did I miss court switch from today to tomorrow? Today was my day off. I was happy to watch without stopping. Well, Bev just snapped her fingers and we'll do court Thursday instead.
You guys live in California. You guys can stay another day, right? No problem.
You got to just change everything. Glenn, another membership. The defense list shared. It's on Twitter. Glenn, again.
Jesus, buddy, pal.
Nice. Lally, first time watching YouTube. Lally is so bored being Brennan's water boy. All he does now is sit in court and play me. Soon he'll graduate from using crayon to a pencil with an eraser.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah,
He may hurt himself with the sharp pencil.
Yeah.
Time for Karen to sue Proctor. I think that's probably in the works.
You know who else would sue Proctor? The O'Keefes.
I thought about turning on them. Oh, that'd be a toughie.
For running such a shitty investigation.
Yeah.
Seriously, think about that.
Leading them on. Mental anguish, Mike. That's a mental anguish right there.
Right. I wonder if Proctor actually met with the O'Keefes and told them what was going on and how it was going. Imagine if you went that deep. That's fucked up.
Paul doesn't play ice hockey, does he, bud?
No, he's a football player.
Okay. Yeah, it's messed up. This whole thing's messed up.
It is, man.
Really, I don't know why we're here. But yeah, you can FOIA the hearings because they're public now when it's closed, not when it's under investigation. Butcher. Gas-like tendencies. Nan, will his firing have an effect on the First Circuit appeal? That was a freaking awesome question.
She said no. Yeah. She said no. Yeah.
I bet Morrissey, Brennan, and Bev are in the war room right now.
Yeah. Thank you for the $2.
Think of that phone call that went, that conference call, Mike.
Yeah.
Look at this. Pro gamer from Brussels.
Nice, buddy.
Wow. Sue Cannon. Wait, what am I dreaming? Is he going to take the fall from everybody? Did the mass mob pay him to do it?
Ooh.
Thank you. I'm afraid to get my hopes up, but I see where they're going with that.
Yeah.
Was
there a duffel bag dropped off in the front yard? Seriously, you're right. It's gonna be. I wouldn't be surprised, Tom.
Yeah.
I know.
NH2603 up north. Love you, bud.
Yeah.
Dishonorable dude. That's right. He's not he's not
He's not decorated
not a
anymore.
decorated anymore. Yeah, I was gonna say. All right, 50 pounds again. All right, yeah. Wow.
$10. Thank
Yeah,
you
that
guys,
was it.
man.
You guys
All
are
right.
awesome. I do. You guys, I love you guys.
Today should be a good day, man. Today should be a good day.
Smile.
Enjoy it.
Yep.
Yeah.
We take every win we can get, right?
So tomorrow's schedule, it'll be announced on our thumbnail. You
Yep.
think you're going to be going on at like 8 o'clock again around there sometime? All
Yeah,
right.
not usually an hour before court.
All right.
So we
hey,
got court tomorrow.
Today's gonna be a good day.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good day today, and tomorrow should be a better day too.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Well, we just got another one from Pro Gamer. Sorry.
I have a university student in France who needs an international internship, 2 to 4 months. Communication and marketing major, free, no salary. Could FKI use a French intern?
Anybody in the FKR movement that needs an intern, we'll definitely leave it out there, man.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
definitely something, right?
Yeah.
Hey,
We just got another $5 too.
yeah,
Greg,
it's Glenn. I'm don't get Twitter going. Twitter will put them everywhere.
We just got another $5.
I got a tow yesterday. The tow truck drivers proceed to take pictures of all 4 corners of the vehicle. Without a doubt, absolutely correct. Yep.
I thought you were going somewhere else with the state police on that one.
Yeah. Wow.
Yes.
So
all right, I'm gonna sign off. You take it home, all right, bro?
It's been a day. All right, bud. I'll talk to you.
I'll see you in the morning.
Yes, sir. Have a good night. All right, guys. Everybody, you guys are again. I can't. And my mods, please thank my mods. I don't do this without them. Mike can't do it without them. We all rely on them. So thank you, mods. I love my mods. They're the reason we're here. With that said, it's been a good show. Yeah, hit the button on your way out, the thumbs up. And I mean, we're all watching history here, guys. Watching it. We're front row. And we have the right people giving us the analysis of it. And it's a lot. It's a lot. So mark the day today. Proctor was officially terminated from the Karen Reed case. So I wish Karen a little bit of relief off of her that she's vindicated and, you know, she's not wrong and she didn't hurt John. So with that said, I love you all and we will see you all tomorrow, 8 o'clock in the morning, because court starts at 9. So we'll catch you on the ride in. Wear your seatbelt, buckle up, we'll get you there safely. No duck boat though. So that said, I love you all. It's been a great show, and give your love to all the other creators out there. Support them, love them, and if you get a second, donate to Karen, her defense fund, Aiden's defense fund. They're in legal stuff, and they need some help. I love you all. You all have a wonderful day, and we'll see you tomorrow. Peace out, guys. Love you.